guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are seeing my face for the first time, my name is Susan, and on this channel we talk about motherhood, real estate, we do vlogs and everything in between. So before we continue and before we go on, please, if you've not subscribed, please, what are you waiting for? Just subscribe. It's free. Subscription is free, just like sending a Facebook request. Please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and also this is very important, the most important one. Just after subscribing, if you've not subscribed before, and or if you've subscribed and you've not turned on my notification bell, please do so that whenever I post any new video, you'll be the first to be notified. So this video today, we are going to be talking about my experience doing it. I won't even call it, is it a 9 to 5 job, or let me just say, because it's a general term. This one is a general term, 9 to 5 job experience in Lagos State. So after university, after school, the next thing you'll be thinking, I sat down one day, I decided to get a job. I went online on job site. I got myself registered, and I decided sending me potential job interviews, and so I started sending my CVs there, and I got called for this one. It's an e-commerce job. I got the job. My first salary ever was 30,000 naira, and that was when, I think, 2014 year, and that was it. So after I got this job, I started the job. I stopped the job actually by December. I got this job in July. I stopped by December because my boss was disturbing me so much. But that's by the way. And then next year I got another job in a real estate firm, and it's a real estate and a legal practitioner firm. So while I was doing the real estate, I was also doing legal practitioner things with my other boss. We were two bosses. So one was real estate, another one was a legal practitioner. So I do certificate, CAC, business name, legal, limited liability. I register all those things, register the company. So I know things about that. And real estate, it was kind of a plus for me that I didn't know any. I'm a business. I studied business administration. I didn't know anything about marketing or law. So it was a plus for me. I actually gave my full time, but that's not the big deal. After working for a year there, I went for NYS. I'm a person that believe in the work of my hands. I believe in myself so much that I don't let people bring me down. I believe in myself so much. So I looked for a job for myself. I started sending CVs up and down because my experience with asking people to help me get something was really bad, and I did not want to go through that again. So I decided to do it myself. I went online, started sending CVs up and down, up and down. I got a job. 1 month later, I was living on the mainland then, so I got this job with a company. I think what something, I've forgotten the name. They do different kind of events. They do a lot, sha. So in that job, I was being paid. My salary was good. I get allowance, weekend allowance. I get public holiday allowance, lunch, all these things. I was getting it. But while in the job, I started feeling like as if something was missing. I'd already sent out CVs everywhere. I started feeling as if something was missing, like that, like I did not belong there. So every Nigerian person living on the mainland or on the island desires to get a job on the island. So in the process of feeling that way, I got an interview, and luckily my boss is a traveled for a business meeting, which I was supposed to go, but they told me that okay, I got that job in May, and they told me that I got that job in March. So I was supposed to go for the meeting with them in Abuja by July. So while they traveled, luckily I got an interview on the island in a real estate firm. So I was so happy because that was my dream, to work on the island. I was really happy. The next day I went for this. The interview was on the next day, so I went for the interview. See ladies there. If you see ladies there, even me, I was already telling myself that see competition. But the thing that kept me going, because I just started seeing myself working there already. That's my positive side. I always try to see myself doing things that I want to do, even if I'm not there. I just see myself and I work towards it. So I just started giving myself imagination of me sitting down on that table, that text, talking, wearing this, that. So I was praying, sha. See people, if I'm sure they even knew more than me. They they were more experienced. What experience did I have? Then so after doing the interview, I did everything, left. They told me that I should come back. That was on a Friday. I was told to come back on Monday, Saturday. Okay, during the interview, they saw my CV and they were like, "Oh, you worked for this company. This person just left. This person just left here about 20 minutes ago. Wow, you worked for him." And mind you guys, that was my husband. I worked for my husband. Why? Before I went for my NYSC on the mainland, and it was just much like it was nothing. That's it was just I was just working for him as per professional. I didn't know anything about. I was just working. There was not no strings attached. So they were like, "Oh, this company is actually really good. If you're from this company, that means you're competent enough to even work for us." And this company in Lekki is a really big real estate firm. So I was so happy. So I've landed myself a job now. I went home that evening. I called my then boss, now husband, and I told him, "Sir, I went for an interview and they said they know you. Can you please put in a word for me?" He was just laughing because he knows it doesn't do that. I know it doesn't really do that. He was just laughing. I got offended by the laugh. I was just quiet. Why is this man laughing? Does he not know that this job is really serious for me? I pray. Oh, I was just there. Why is this man laughing? I was quiet. So after that call on Monday, I went. Imagine me, I've never worked on the island before. Instead of me to wake up early, I woke up by 7 a.m. Started looking for how to get to the island. I got to the office. Imagine someone that is starting the job. Okay, I didn't know I was actually starting. I just thought I was going for a follow-up interview. So I didn't. I got there by 11. Luckily, the boss was not around, and I was told to come the next day, but not late. So the next day, I woke up by I woke up by 4 a.m. That was where the the stress of working on the island started. I woke up by 4 a.m. in a place luckily by 8, and that was when I knew I started working. Job was good. I was getting paid very well. I was getting um my housing allowance, clothing allowance, food allowance, all the allowances, but the amount I spent for transportation was another thing. It was another thing. I wasn't okay. Mentally I wasn't okay because I had to wake up by 3 a.m., get myself prepared for work, then get to the office. Sometimes I get to the office late. If I'm early, I'll get to the office by 7:30, which is early, just to get myself prepared for the day. But sometimes, because of the traffic on Third Mainland Bridge, that sometimes, especially on Mondays, you get to Third Mainland Bridge and you'll be stuck there for 2 hours. So sometimes I'll get to work by 9 after waking up from sleep by 3 a.m. Imagine. And then and I close by 6 o'clock. My leg is paining. I close by 6 p.m. So waking up by 3 with the everyday buhaha, got to my job, and the stress of working because I was multitasking. I was I was doing a lot. If I want to count, I don't even want to count it because I was doing a lot, like 5 different things all together, and I had to get it done. So after everything, sometimes I have to wait for my boss to close because I was kind of doing PA for him. I had to wait for my boss to go home. It's a really big real estate firm, but the stress in it was too much as a single lady. Then I will now if you work on the island, and if you work in Lekki and you live on the mainland, you will know the stress of trying to get a cab or a bus back to the mainland. After working, you now come to Lekki phase 1. the bridge to start looking for a bus. Sometimes you will not even get. There was this fateful day that after I left the office by 6:30. I was even happy that I left today. I left very early. I got there to where to get a bus. All the buses were full. To flag a cab, all the cabs were full. I waited. I wasn't the only one. There were a lot. There were so many there. We waited. I was there till around 9 p.m. I had to beg. I saw one hillocks coming. I had to beg the man to carry me because he was on going to the mainland. I wasn't the only one. My mind was. I wasn't even thinking about life, and I was thinking about getting home on time so I could get to my job the next day. So that was 9 p.m. when I got this car. I got home by 1 a.m. Imagine getting home by 1 a.m. the traffic and all. Then you now have to sleep for 2 hours and then wake up by 3 a.m. Imagine your day. Imagine your day. So that was how it was. Sometimes I get home by 12. Sometimes I get home by 11 because of the traffic on third mainland. It's not just third mainland. No, there was no traffic on third. Living on the island, I've been working on the island. Going back home is stressful at night, in the evening especially. Living on the mainland, coming to the island to work on is stressful, especially in the morning. So it was a two-way street for me. Coming and going was always stressful. I wasn't eating. Everything. The only thing on my mind was getting home, getting to work, getting my job done. I think it was just like that for me. I wasn't living. I wasn't enjoying myself. I wasn't enjoying my salary. I was just living and existing. It was bad. Yeah, so my money was going basically majorly for transportation. Sometimes you'll be stuck on third mainland bridge, and the only option you have to do is to take a bike. Even a car myself cannot even do a bike. And those bike people, just third mainland bridge and Lekki phase one here, they'll be charging you 3,000 naira. So imagine the amount of money I spent. That's my story. Working 9 to 5, like it's not even 9 to 5. It's 8 to 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 hours job, guys. 10 hours job. You have to wake up by 3 a.m. all the way to before I get to bed. That will be around 12 because when even if I get home by 11, I have to have my bath. I don't even eat. I don't get to eat. I and they don't enjoy their salary because after the day's job you get home by what time? Then you're paying rent and not living in your house because you get home just to sleep and then you wake up the next day very early. Coming, it's not. You guys don't understand. It's not easy. The way people, the way I was so happy to get this job. Now I'm trying to understand what was the point. Maybe I should have just stayed in Ireland. I had all my 3 jobs in the island because I spent a lot of money, a lot of myself. I was emotionally drained. I had no social life. I had nothing. I was just living by the day. So if you have your 9 to 5 job experience, you can share it. Let's communicate. I don't understand the reason for this island. Working on the island is overhyped, and the fact that we dedicate our time to work for others is now the issue. What's the point when you can give all your all and everything to your own job and grow it? So I don't understand this thing. Bye bye. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye bye.